Look, Brooke, I want the very same thing that you do.
So then why did you drag me back here
Because
instead
we
of
are
going to the
boxed
police?
in.
We're losing time, Jack.
Look, if we want to beat Zemf, then we have to formulate a plan. And the only way we can formulate a plan is if we do it clear-headed, all right?
I think that we should go back to the clinic and pressure him.
And I think that is exactly the wrong approach. Because if we do that, if you think the doors were closed to us today, Brooke, they will be slammed in our faces.
So what do you think we should do?
All right, here's exactly what I think we should do. I think I should call my friend, and I should have him monitor any suspicious transfers that Zemf makes from this hospital.
You think your friend can do that?
I'll make sure he does. Look, I want this as badly as you do. I'm not going to let this thing go. I promise you that, Brooke. I'm not going to let you down.
Okay. I mean, I guess I could wait long enough until we got something to eat, at least. I'm starved.
Yeah, I know. So, shall we say the Wiener Schnitzel for two?
And a salad.
Okay, you got it. I wonder who the hell this is. Hello?
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes, who's this?
This is Nurse Schmidt. Something is terribly wrong, Mr. Montgomery. I need you and Miss English to help me, please, right away.
What is it? What's wrong?
The locked room. I cannot talk long. Dr. Zenf is watching me. But I will try to leave here on a break to meet you.
Sure, where?
The little park across the street from the hospital. The bench by the fountain.
All right.
I have the key to the room. I will bring it with me.
Oh, great. Good job. When?
I do not know when I will be able to get away.
Well, look, we're just going to go over there now, and we'll just wait for you, all right?
You will?
Yes. Cloris, thank you so much, but why are you doing this?
Helga was so sad, I couldn't say no. You sure that it's all right with you that I gave in?
I cannot fault you for being compassionate and sensitive. No, let Helga have her memories.
Oh, thank you, Natalia.
But what about yours?
Mine?
When I came into the room, you looked so sad.
Wistful, perhaps.
Wistful?
When I opened the music box, it took me back to the time when I was young, when Angelique was young. The pain I experienced when I lost her. But more than that, what got to me was the memory of something that we experienced once, that excitement of youth, when our life is full of dreams and hopes.
Dimitri, I love you very much. And I want to know as much about you as I can. But your past seems as remote and mysterious as this room.
A lot of people are fascinated with my past. You know about Jack and Brooke being in Vienna?
Yes.
Helga said that you found out through a phone call and then you ran out. Where did you go?
I went to see Trevor.
That is the 7th time this cop has walked by here. He is watching us.
You're paranoid. He's watching us.
He is watching us.
He's not watching us. We're just a couple. There are a lot of couples in the park. He's not watching them.
Yes, but most of the other couples in the park are engaged in little romantic interludes like most couples do when
Would
they
you stop, all right? We're not doing anything like breaking the law by
I am
sitting.
afraid that he is going to scare off Nurse Schmidt.
So maybe we should do what the other couples are doing.
Well, I guess there's worse ways to spend an evening.
Please follow me. It is time to see Angelique. Angelique? Well, now we'll get some answers.
Yeah.
Let me, because I'll be able to recognize her, okay?
So is it?
It's not Angelique Marick in there.
What?
You're absolutely sure?
I'm positive. I've seen dozens of photographs of her when I was doing research on Dimitri.
Well, then who the hell is in there? Where is Angelique Marick?
Dr. Zenf, excuse me.
I don't appreciate your tactics, Miss English.
Well, then we're even. I don't appreciate your tactics either, Dr. Zen.
Need I remind you, this is a private facility. Our patients and their families expect protection from such intrusions. You had no right to coerce a member of my staff.
No one was coerced.
That is something I shall have to take up with Nurse Schmidt. I trust your curiosity has been satisfied.
No, on the contrary, I'm more curious than ever. That woman in there is not Angelique Marick. So why did your nurse pretend that it was?
What are you hiding exactly, Doctor?
You've moved her, haven't you?
Sounds to me like you're right in the middle of a cover-up.
There is no cover-up.
Look, we didn't cross the Atlantic to hear a pack of lies. Now, either you tell us the truth, or we will take our suspicions to the authorities, and we'll let them sort this out.
And you can kiss your clinic's spotless reputation goodbye.
You want the truth? Fine. Come into my office.
You know how Harold sleeps at the foot of my bed at night? Well, tonight something's really bugging him. He keeps running up to that room on the 3rd floor and scratching on the door.
Which room?
You know, the one with all the old stuff in it.
The one that Dimitri had cleared out?
Yeah, only I don't think it's empty, Mom. And Harold sure doesn't.
Timmy?
Otherwise, he wouldn't be acting so crazy. I've been hearing spooky noises, Mom, and I'm sure they're coming from that room.
I can explain.
Someone's in there, right?
Yes. Timmy, Helga is using the room now.
She is?
So we have to make sure we don't disturb her.
I'm not disturbing her.
Well, maybe Harold is.
Timmy, Wildwind is a very big house, and I want you and Harold to feel at home.
But Helga is entitled to her privacy, so we have to make sure Harold doesn't bother her.
He's just after something.
And he can get into trouble that way. Now, Timmy, a lot of the rooms in this house are closed up, and I'm sorry to say that they're not in the best of condition, the floorboards in particular. Now, we wouldn't want Harold to get hurt.
Me neither, but he's just looking for something.
Honey, Harold has a wonderful big yard he can run in, and Dimitri's been very lenient about letting him stay in your room.
I know.
So maybe it's best that the 3rd floor be off limits to Harold. What do you say?
Okay. Hear that, Harold? No more 3rd floor, okay? I don't think he gets it.
Well, honey, it's going to be up to you to train him. You could start by keeping your door closed.
All right, I'll try.
Okay, good. Now you need to scoot up off to bed.
I just got one more chapter to read in my book.
Okay, well, that's fine. Lights out by 9.
Okay, night, Mom.
Good night, honey. Mwah.
Night, Timmy.
Night, Dimitri. Come on, Harold.
The truth about Angelique Marick.
She is a patient here, isn't she?
No, Miss English, although she was.
What do you mean she was?
The Mrs. Marick you were hoping to encounter died years ago,
She died here?
shortly after she arrived for treatment.
Do you have some kind of proof of this?
Of course, her death certificate is on file.
Well, then why would there be all this secrecy? I mean, why did your nurse Schmidt show us some other Angel?
It's a complicated story.
Well, we've come a very long way, Doctor. We'd like to hear it.
Mrs. Marick's condition was unbearable for her mother, Helga. It fell to me and my staff to treat not only Angelique, but her mother as well. You see, prior to the accident, Helga and Angelique were very close. Helga insisted on maintaining a round-the-clock vigil during her daughter's confinement. It's a very sad case.
She never came out of the coma?
Nonetheless, Helga clung to the hope that one day she would. When Angelique died, Helga suffered a nervous breakdown. None of us could get through to her. She stayed on here and wandered around the sanatorium until she found Angelique. No, not her daughter, but another woman also in a coma.
The woman that I saw.
A charity case we had never been able to identify. She's been comatose for years. Helga insisted it was Angelique. And since we had no name for her, we let Helga play out her delusion. And when Mr. Marick learned of this development, he encouraged it. Helga was soothed. She was comforted. He also agreed to take on the responsibility to pay the woman's costs.
It was very generous of you.
Indeed. After that, Mr. Marick and Helga made many trips to Vienna to oversee her care. Recently, Helga has started to come to terms with reality. That this woman isn't her daughter. That the real Angelique is not here. She's begun the grieving process.
That's quite a story.
And needless to say, we are very pleased about Helga's recovery, and we're grateful to Mr. Marick for his support. I understand that he wants to marry another woman.
Yes, that's so.
Then I am very happy for him. But I gather you have reservations.
Well, she's a friend of ours.
And you are concerned for her well-being.
Well, yes.
In my opinion, Dimitri Marick is an extraordinary man, and she is a lucky woman to have won his heart. Other than that, I can only tell you the first Mrs. Marick is dead. I only hope this puts your minds at ease.
Well, that was a wild goose chase. What a letdown.
Yeah, I don't know what I expected exactly, but it certainly wasn't this.
Truth is stranger than fiction, right? That's what they say?
Yes, that's what they say, and in this case, they were certainly right.
You think he was telling us the truth?
Yes, I do. I mean, what choice did he have after you confronted him with the knowledge that that wasn't the real Angelique Marick? What else could he do?
No, I mean, it didn't leave him any option except to level with us. It's still the...
Still what? What?
I don't know. It's just sort of fantastic that Dimitri would go to such lengths to indulge Helga.
Well, it is fantastic, but honestly, he and Helga are quite close.
Angelique Marick is dead.
Yes, so it would seem.
Well, this is not one of my finer hours.
Why, Brooke? Because you found out this poor girl bought the farm?
No, it's just... I don't know. When I came here, I had certain expectations. It just makes me wonder.
What does it make you wonder?
I don't know. I've always, thought of myself as sort of a crack journalist, somebody who had good instincts.
Wait just a minute. You are and you do. Brooke, don't get yourself because of this. You thought you were following a hot trail.
Well, I guess I need a new map, huh?
Now, Brooke, you weren't the only one that had some curiosity about this. I mean, Mimi and Derek, they were plenty curious as to why all the trips to Vienna by Helga and Marick. You just stepped in and solved the case for them, that's all.
You're being very gallant, Mr. Montgomery.
And you, Ms. English, are being very hard on yourself.
Poor Trevor.
Well, Trevor's a tough guy. He'll be able to get through to us. Believe me.
Yeah, but this is the last thing he needed. He didn't need me digging around like this. I mean, not especially when the ball at Wild Wind is coming up and Natalie's getting married.
Yes, I know, but he knows that you're trying to help. He knows that, Brooke.
You must think I'm such a jerk.
Why would I think that?
Look at what I've done. I mean, I'm so smug. I think I'm absolutely right. Angelique Marick is alive, so I'm off and running and...
Yes, and in case you didn't notice, you weren't off and running alone. I was sitting next to you on that flight from Austria, yes? I mean, look what I did. How many overseas phone calls did I make chasing the very same shadows that you were chasing? I closed up my law practice, let my partner run it, and I come here, next thing I know, I'm tromping around some old world sanatorium like one of the Hardy Boys. What, you think this is funny?
Yeah, I do. Oh, you look at us.
No, actually, I'd rather not.